see you. Have you recovered from the last trophy in the next morning school run?
Do you know what I have? I really have. It did take a little bit longer this week, I won't lie. I went home early after the game. I remember the whistle going and thinking I'd cope less and less with heat at my age. I was so tired at the end of the game. I just wanted to get off the pitch and have a glass of water. I kept asking for energy drinks the whole time, but it was phenomenal. It really was, to celebrate with the fans. And I know we've had a lot of success, but there was something so special about Sunday that just, I don't know, reminded me of what we've built here, and not just on the pitch but off the pitch with the fans. And I think it was a fitting tribute to the 3 outgoing players, and really dramatic day, which was brilliant for the league, like really good for the league. And yeah, nice to have another trophy in the bank.
And it's going to be another special weekend this weekend as well, both the men's and the women's teams in the finals.
It's going to be tight. You know, both the men's and the women's game, I think most of us would agree that there's not a lot between the sides in both games. And I think for us, last time we played City, we were depleted. I think this week we've got a fully strength squad to pick from, including Fran Kirby. So I think we're going into the position in a much better place than we did for the Continental Cup final.
Yeah, great news on Fran. How has she sort of been gearing up for it this week? I bet she can't wait to get back up.
I don't want to put any pressure on her, because, you know, I love that kid and she's been through a lot, but she looked like she hadn't even been away. She looked that good in training, and it was nice to see a smile on her face, and she's participated in everything. When at the beginning of the week we just said, let's see how it goes, let's do one bit of one session, day one, and she came out of that and she was like, it's not enough. And then we did day two, and I said, well, let's use you as a neutral, or you play half the blocks of games. She said, I'm fine. And she's been in training all week, so I'm over the moon, to be honest.
Just finally from me, just to touch back on sort of both teams being in the final, is that part of, I guess, the Chelsea DNA, you know, the fact that you've kind of got both teams in the final? What is that down to? Is it the kind of personnel, the attitude? What is it?
The water. You talk about it like something. I will never forget, ever, my first week in this job, when I actually came out of this building. I was walking down to our end. I can't remember who it was. It was someone in the club at the time. And I never forget, the first thing they said to me was, did you win this weekend? It wasn't even, how are you? And I was thinking, that's what this place is. It's all about winning. It was really a profound moment, because the expectations were clear, and they've been clear the whole time. And I think we push each other internally, all the teams here. It's a family here. And is it in the DNA? Yeah, it's in the DNA. But it's definitely in the water.
Thank you. Let's go over to Rebecca at Sky Sports News.
Hi. Just wanted to ask you, obviously winning the WSL, how much of a boost in confidence does that give you and the players going into this game?
As I said the other day, it's a relief. You know, first of all, as much as you think it's euphoric feelings, usually the euphoria comes after each battle. When the war's won, you just think, thank goodness it's done. Does it take a pressure off of the team? If you choose to be in these positions, you have to accept that. And I don't think there's any more or less pressure this week than there was a week ago. What I know is that there is a team that this half of the second half of the season have been absolutely outstanding. So the women's game wins again on Sunday, hopefully with a record crowd and 2 amazing teams with full of talent.
I asked Magda this as well. Obviously, Manchester City have had a mixed season. They had a lot of injuries at the start of it, but you know they're really. What do you think they are the informed team, the team to be going into this?
Look, would they prefer to be sitting with a league title in their hand? I always think when you're the team that they were competing for third place. Man City expect to be competing for the top position. I think we've had to play with the pressure of having to win every game to win the title. So it's been different pressures for different teams, and I'm not saying it's you're any more relaxed in that position. But I think it's a lot harder when it's so tight that if you don't win, you lose the title. But I've seen a team grow and grow and grow under Gareth's leadership, and a team where they've come together in a difficult moment and recovered from a really tough moment, and they've got outstanding talent, particularly in Lauren Hemp. I mean, what a player. I love watching her play, I really do. I'm excited for England in the summer, but no, I hope she's amazing in the summer and terrible on Sunday.
Thank you. Moose Talk Sport?
Hi Emma.
Hey.
You kind of touched on it already, but I mean, this is your fourth final in 7 years. Men have got to, I think, 11 finals this century as well. I mean, it is pretty incredible how good both men, and in particular your team are, as your team are playing Man City on Sunday, cup competitions.
I mean, I don't know why. I always say this, I'll have to reflect at the end. I don't sort of sit and ponder why. I just know I like to win every game. So if that approach for me is, you've got to treat every game like it's a cup final. And I think as a result of that, when it's come round to, you know, the big crunch games, quarterfinals, semi-finals, we've coped really, really well over the years because the team has been well prepared mentally, I think, for that. And also because the dressing room's unbelievable at finding just sustained success. Like, you can't, honestly, you don't realise when you're winning as much as we win, and we keep trying to find something else. Like, I admire the players so much for that, like their motivations to keep improving, and I think that's partly the reason why we are in these finals, that motivation.
It's great to hear that Fran's back.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have met her on 2 or 3 occasions, and I get the impression I haven't met anybody who doesn't like her as a person and think she's an incredible footballer. I kind of get the impression that she's a real standout beacon for your team, and in particular this sport. And I think it's down to her, everything that goes to make up her. Am I right?
I think she's a generational talent. I think maybe I'm biased because I work with her, but rarely have I seen a football player that can do what she does in the way that she finds space, the way that she makes decisions, the way that she plays with selfless attributes in possession. She can pick a pass out. She's got eyes at the back of her head. She's a winner. Every day she wants to be on the winning team, and trust you me, she's a grumpy one when it isn't going well. She'll openly acknowledge that, and because she wants to win so badly. I think Fran's story is one that, for me, as I said, I think she's had to grow up in the limelight, and that, I think that's really, really tough. She's a young person, had to go through a lot, and has really grown up at Chelsea with a lot of adversity, a lot of setbacks in her career, and I admire the way she's handled that each and every time. I'm sure the squad do too.
Are you kind of like a mother figure to her?
Yeah, I'd say so. I care about her, and I make decisions. I always think about, if it's my child, what would I want for her? And I think there's been various times with different situations that we've had to make decisions together that make to get things right. Like, things are never always straightforward. There's a lot of complexity around injuries or illness or things like that. That I just wanted to be well and happy, and I can tell you this much: she's in a great place today.
Good luck on Sunday.
Yeah.
Fab, thank you. That's a wrap for the broadcast section. End of the cameras and the live stream. Let's go.